3 houses, 3 minds, 3 doors that were never meant to open. You're already inside. Dark Realms begins now.
My name is Ryan Carter. In July 2022, my wife Emily and I moved into an old 2-story house in a quiet neighborhood in Richmond, Virginia. Rent was suspiciously cheap for the area. The landlord, an elderly man with tired eyes, muttered something under his breath as he handed over the keys. People don't stay long in this house. I laughed it off. I'm a software engineer. I don't believe in ghosts. The first week was peaceful. Then the nights began. Every single night at exactly 2:47 a.m., I'd hear footsteps on the stairs, slow, deliberate, coming down from the second floor. I grab my phone, turn on the flashlight, and walk out into the hallway. Nothing, just dust floating in the beam of light. Emily started sleeping less. She'd sit up in bed, staring at the bedroom door. "Someone's watching us," she'd whispered one night, her voice trembling. "I can feel it." I told her it was stress. New city, new job, old house creaking, that's all. But then I started seeing things too. A shadow in the corner of my eye that vanished when I turned. The bathroom mirror fogging up with breath when no one was inside. Words scratched faintly into the bedroom wall one morning. "Get out." Emily stopped eating. Her eyes became hollow. She'd wake up screaming, saying a cold hand touched her ankle under the blanket. I installed cameras, motion sensors. Nothing ever showed up. But every night, 2:47 a.m., the footsteps returned. One night, I couldn't take it anymore. I stood at the top of the stairs with a baseball bat, waiting. 2:46, 2:47, the footsteps began. Closer, closer. Then they stopped, right behind me. I spun around. No one. But I felt it. Breath on my neck. That was the night I found Emily in the bathtub, fully clothed, staring at the water. She looked up at me with empty eyes and said, "She's waiting for us to join her, Ryan. She's been waiting a long time." We moved out the next morning. The landlord never asked why. Sometimes, even now, in our new apartment, I wake up at 2:47 a.m. and I swear I still hear those footsteps, slow, coming closer. Some houses don't let go. Some echoes never stop walking down the stairs.
The house that remembers your name. My name is Ethan Caldwell. In March 2024, I inherited my grandfather's house on the outskirts of Portland, Oregon. A narrow, 3-story Victorian, hidden under cedar trees. He died alone in it. No will, no funeral. Just a lawyer's call and a set of old brass keys. I was broke, burned out from tech layoff, and had nowhere else to go. So I moved in. The house smelled like wet paper and lavender. Every room had his things exactly where he left them. Half-read books open face down. A wristwatch still ticking on the nightstand. A single coffee cup in the sink with lipstick that wasn't my grandmother's color. Week 1, I kept finding notes in my own handwriting that I didn't remember writing. Don't trust the mirrors after midnight. She knows what you did in 2008. I was 8 in 2008. I did nothing. But the notes kept appearing. On the fridge, inside my shoes, folded into my laptop keyboard. Always my handwriting. Always things only I could know. I started avoiding mirrors. Then I started avoiding sleep. Because when I did sleep, I'd wake up in different rooms. never remembering the walk. Once I woke up in the locked basement with dirt under my fingernails and a Polaroid in my hand. Me, age 8, standing in that same basement, smiling at someone just out of frame. I never took that photo. I had never went in that basement as a child. My psychiatrist, Zoom calls because I stopped leaving the house, said dissociative episodes, possible fugue states. The house is triggering repressed trauma, Ethan. But the house wasn't triggering anything. It was reminding me. One night, the power went out. I lit candles and sat in the living room. That's when I heard my own voice upstairs. Clear, adult, calm, having a conversation with a child. I climbed the stairs slowly. Second floor hallway, empty. But the conversation continued from the third floor. I don't have a third floor. The attic is sealed. Yet the voices were louder with every step. My voice. You can't keep doing this. A little boy, my voice, but younger. I just want to play. You said you'd say. My voice again. I lied. People lie. You know that now. I reached the attic door that has never existed in any blueprint of this house. It was open. Inside, a perfectly preserved 1997 child's bedroom. My old toys, my old bed, my old nightlight shaped like a rocket ship, still glowing. And 8-year-old me sitting cross-legged on the rug, looking up at 35-year-old me with pure hatred. He said, "You left me here. You grew up and you left me." I tried to speak. Nothing came out. He stood up, walked toward me. Every step he took forward, I felt myself getting lighter, hollow. The last thing I remember is him reaching up and putting his small hand over my adult mouth. In silence. They found me 3 days later, sitting in that attic room, rocking slowly, humming the lullaby my mother sang before she died in 97. I don't speak anymore. The doctors say catatonic schizophrenia triggered by extreme stress, but sometimes late at night in the psychiatric ward, the nurses hear true voices coming from my room. One is a grown man whispering, "I'm sorry." The other is a child answering, "It's too late. You're home now." And we both sound exactly like me.
My name is Sarah. My husband and I used to live in a 100-year-old hand-built craftsman home. Anytime we would change something, paint, hang pictures, etc., we would hear footsteps, doors slamming, and glass breaking, and find out things moved around. Neither one of us ever felt alone in the house either. However, it never felt scary or dangerous until we started having marital problems. Long story short, after an incident, I asked my husband to leave and he went to stay with his parents for a few days. It was really looking like we were headed for a divorce. One day he came to the house to get some of his things. We were standing in the kitchen talking before he was going to leave, and the lights flickered and the back door slammed. We heard heavy footsteps running up and down the basement stairs, followed by a bunch of crashing noises. It was the first time that I felt true terror being in that house. We both checked the basement and there was no one there, but we could hear the noises continuing upstairs. I burst into tears and told him I did not feel safe staying in the house alone. He said he would stay over and sleep in the guest room, and as soon as he said that, the noises stopped. We ended up going to counseling and working things out. 8 years later, and we're still married, have 2 kids, and are happier than ever. That darn ghost saved my marriage.